YouTube is filled with people who make amazing progress, and I've gotten slightly obsessed with how some people make great progress in little time. I looked at so many regular people, famous musicians, music schools. I've read books and I've even took courses on how to learn music faster. And here are 7 things I picked up that you should follow if you want to become great at the guitar. Hell, at anything in life. 1. Passion. This is where it all starts. I've seen people make great progress playing just 30 minutes a day, as long as they play it consistently. But if you want to be truly great, you have to practice more. And it doesn't happen overnight. All those musicians you look up to, they put in hours and hours and hours. Now, discipline is a part of it. If you're a professional musician, professional anything really, even if you don't feel like practicing, well, tough luck, you still have to. But I don't think you can practice hours and hours each day if you don't have a true passion for it. And Steve Vai said it best.
The funny thing was, it didn't feel like discipline. It was a passion, because passion is a much more powerful engine of creation than discipline.
2. Make it fun. Exercises like the spider walk, practicing skills, they're important. Andres Segovia even said if he only had 2 hours a day, he would only practice skills. Now, I practice my skills, but I can't do that for 2 hours straight, and I guess most people can't. But practicing a song I love, I can do that for 2 hours. My point is that yes, technique drills and finger drills are important, but if they make you dread playing or skip it altogether, then they don't help. So spend some time on it, but spend the majority of your time playing things you love. 3. Have a clear goal. 1 course of action. Having a clear goal is motivating and gives your practice a sense of direction. Also, when starting out, it's important to pick one thing, 1 course of action, and follow it long enough to make meaningful progress. You can broaden your horizon and work on your weaknesses later, but for now, pick one thing, one style of playing, get good at that, and cultivate your strengths. Whether that's classical music, fingerstyle, rhythm guitar, lead guitar, flamenco, one thing. And don't get distracted by shiny objects. 4. Challenge yourself. It's important to challenge yourself in order to improve, but you should stay within your level of ability. If you're a beginner, pick a song that is suited for beginners and give yourself time to develop. Just because you love a song doesn't mean it's right for you. And I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that everyone makes. Don't pick a song that is too hard. Be patient and trust that the skills you develop from one song translate to the next. Slowly but surely keep challenging yourself and move to harder and harder songs, and you keep improving. 5. Feedback and coaching. Feedback and coaching are important to stop you from building bad habits. If you have a great teacher, great. Can't afford one? Well, maybe you have a friend who plays and who can give you some tips. Another powerful thing is to record yourself practicing. It will be awful at first, but that's perfect, because you put in the work. If you're playing, you focus on playing and you won't notice certain details. If you look back at yourself, you might notice one transition took longer than you thought, maybe your posture is awful, you're angling your wrist too far, etc. You can easily spot this yourself, but only when looking back at footage from yourself from an outside angle. Also, lots of people say they're self-taught, myself included, but no one is really self-taught. No one sits in a room with a guitar and figures it out all by themselves. We watch videos of other people playing, we watch tutorials on certain techniques and then copy them, and that's great. Watch as many masterclasses and tutorials as you can, adopt a student mindset and constantly try to learn more. 6. How to practice. There's a big difference between practicing and playing. And this could be a whole video in itself, but in a nutshell, pick a song, don't play it from front to back over and over again. Instead, spend most of your time on the hardest parts. Slow it down to make it manageable. Do many correct repetitions in a row until it feels natural. Don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. And then slowly speed it up. You shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes. It's part of the learning process. And it's normal to get frustrated. But the important thing is how you handle mistakes. Don't repeat them over and over, hoping that if you play long enough, they'll magically fix themselves. Good practice is active problem solving. Where did the mistake happen? What caused the mistake? And what can you do to fix it? Approaching your practice this way will 10x your progress. 7. Believe in yourself. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both usually right. Even your guitar heroes are human. All those professional musicians spend hours, weeks, months, years, even decades owning their craft. That's why they make it look so easy. It's not because they're more talented than you. In fact, I think talent is overused. Sure, some people might learn faster than others, or they started much earlier, but for most people, their talent isn't their ceiling, but their habits are, their consistency is, how long they're willing to practice. So don't place a limit on yourself and become the self-fulfilling prophecy. So there you have it. 7 things you need to become great at the guitar. To quickly recap: passion, make it fun, have a clear goal / take one course of action, challenge yourself, feedback and coaching, know how to practice, and finally believe in yourself. And if you want to learn more about the right practice habits that separate the top music students from bottom ones, then watch this video next.